Hey, how's it going, guys? So we are here at Dallas Regionals. We just finished top 4. I have with me
Jimmy Taylor.
And what place did you get?
I top 4.
Top 4. So probably third or fourth.
Third or fourth. Yeah.
Third or fourth.
Yep.
We got in there. That's what matters, right? And what were you playing?
I was playing Lonzoroark.
Lonzoroark. Cool, perfect. And that's a very popular deck in Expanded.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So let's get into the deck profile and see exactly what you were running.
Sounds good. So we'll start off here. So obviously I've got 4 of the Paralyzing Gaze Zorua. Yes, it was worth the $10 for each Zorua. Paralyzing Gaze helped me win at least maybe 2 or 3 games this weekend, so it's definitely worth.
It's worth the investment.
Yes, it
is.
All right, we've got 3 Zoroark GX. Got 1 of the Foul Play and 1 of the Mind Jack.
Cool. Very standard for Lonzoroark.
Yep, it's a pretty basic list. All right, I've got the Grimer and the Muck. Since I'm only running 1, I went for the one with the poison, and didn't matter at all. But,
okay, but it's in there.
Yep, it's in there just in case. I ran double egg. This is the most important part of the deck, I think. I mean, if you're under, like, you bring him back and you play your Hex, you can drop this and just deal crazy amounts of damage with Skyfield under Widow. So it's pretty important. Like,
do you feel that 2 is the right number?
In this deck, yes, but moving forward, the guy who beat me in top 4, I can't remember his name, I think it was Brian. I might be wrong. But his list played 3, and I think that is the way to go with the deck going forward, though. Alright, then we got 1 set of Widow. We've got a Bunnelby, and so I had the Bunnelby in there because we were expecting a ton of Wailord this weekend.
Ton of Wailord, yeah. And that was...
I actually didn't play 1, but it actually won me a game. In day 2, I was playing against Xander Peril, and we had like a 40 or 45 minute game 1, and I just noticed he was low on resources, and Guzma brought up his Muck, and he didn't have any float stones left, and he used all of his puzzles, and I did a Burrow play, and I won game 1, and then there was enough time to finish game 2, so that's how I won one of my matches. So
nice. That's actually a really good strategy.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. Got 1 Seismitoad. Toad's good, combined with Karen, which we'll see in a little bit. Now I ran 1 Shaman, and I originally was running 1 egg, and I switched to I took out Shaman for a double egg, and that was hands down the best decision I've made. And then after that, I've got 3 Tapu Lele, and that'll finish off the Pokemon. It's 20 of them.
Okay. Supporter line.
All right. We'll start with the one-ofs. I got 1 Sycamore. Got an N. Got 2 Colress. Getsus.
That turn 1 gets us.
It's pretty good. It doesn't have to be turn 1. Getsus late game won me so many games.
That's what I've been hearing. Like you don't want. Sometimes you don't even want to do it early game. You want to use it mid game or late game. And
I think I turn 1 Getsus 1 time all weekend, and the only reason I ever do it is if I have 3 Zoruas, or if I have 2 Zoruas and like pretty good like Ultra Ball, or a backup, some sort of turn 2 play in my hand. I have 2 Bridget, pretty standard. 2 Guzma, Hex Maniac, 1 Pokemon Ranger. That was for like the Toad and the run into the Giratina, and actually this card was pretty useless all weekend. I used it 1 time against I played against a Toad Garbodor, and that was my so day 1 I went 7-1-1, and that was one of the persons I tied to. That can't use my abilities, nothing. It was pretty rough. But
yeah. It's weird too, because lots of people were talking that Toad was the thing to watch out for. Yeah. Like, and that's why lots of like Best of Queens kind of snuck into day 2 and lots of stuff like that. And Galissapod, yeah.
Toad was definitely like not a good play with all the Galissapod and all that. But and also Wailord too. I'm surprised one even made it in day 2.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, then I got the Acerola for the Lonzo Mirror matches when it's like a Citadel War, so kind of need it, and Karen for the good old Night March.
Night March and Best Queen to put them back in their place.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll go to the item.
So we're gonna go into stadiums and tools.
Tools. All right, so Skyfield, probably another important card. And I got 2 choice bands and a float stone.
How do you feel with just the one floatstone?
It was fine. It got a little clunky, like when I opened Toad. So like there are things like that. Besides that though, I think one was perfect.
Cool.
So I wouldn't change that.
Because you have double Guzma as well, so that gets you out of sticky situations.
Yeah. All right, and we'll go to the rest of the items. So, computer search. I have 4 Ultra Balls. 1 Pokemon Communication. This card is alright. It's like playing an extra Ultra Ball, so like it kind of helped assure you would get a turn 1 Bridget.
Right.
So, added consistency. Now, I only played 3 Verse Seekers, and I completely love that decision. What did I cut it? I don't remember what I cut it for off the top of my head. Bunnelby. I cut a Verse Seeker for Bunnelby, and
that made a difference.
It made a difference. If I wouldn't have used Bunnelby that one time, though, I probably would have rather played the Verse Seeker, but yeah. If you're expecting whales wherever you're playing it, then I'd probably go with the Bunnelby.
Right.
Alright, you got 4 Puzzle of Time, 1 Rescue Stretcher, Special Charge, Field Blower, and then I have 1 Battle Compressor. I only played 1 because like my deck's not based around just
getting everything,
just getting egg and doing egg right away. It's more, basic Lonzoroark, I guess you could say. And then you got the 4 DCs.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have to get the gold ones because that's how you get into top 8.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Alright guys, so that was the deck profile right there. Alright guys, so that was pretty much it. Highlights of day 1. What was one of your toughest matches?
So I played against 2 Night March in day 1, so I think it's extremely favorable. I just Toad, Karen, and Muck just shuts them off. Or Corio's good too, but I just prefer Karen because I like being able to attack with something else and get a knockout.
Right.
So I went 7-1 one day 1. My one loss was to, his name was Michael. I can't think of his last name, but he was on Zoroark Magnezone, and I played him round 2.
With dual brains?
With dual brains. Ooh. And the deck got a little hype, and I was just like, oh my god. So he went first, and like turn 2, he had like 15, maybe 20 cards left in his deck. He had 3 Zoroarks out, 2 Magnezone. I was just like, all right, well, let's go to game 2.
Let's go to game 2, yeah.
And game 2, I opened up Zorua. Double Zorua gets us in like 2 Verse Seekers, and I gets us in, and I hit a Floatstone, and I lost from there. Just got steamrolled. So,
ouch.
Besides that, I played against 1 Gliscopod. Gliscopod Zoroark. It was actually my friend. I played him round 7.
Late in the day, yeah.
Late in the day, that sucked. We both beat him. I'm kind of going all over the board, so sorry, I'm trying to recall.
No, it's okay.
My draw was to James Arnold. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He won the regional, I think it was Rono, with Quad Lapras. I remember that because that's when I started playing last April, so I'm
fairly new.
Kind of new, yeah.
Yeah.
Background in other card games really competitively, but that was like the deck that got me into the game because it reminded me of control decks from Magic, if you guys are familiar. But anyways, I drew against him because he was playing Toad Guard, which is just, God, it was a miserable matchup. And like, I have to have like a Field Blower in my hand the time he plays it and try to go off. And I prized it in game 3, but I forced a draw with Guzma. Like, he was clearly in the lead, and I didn't know if I was going to make day 2. But I got to play for points, so I forced a draw. Felt bad, but that was my rough matchup. Besides that, the day was pretty easy. After that, I ended up playing against Night March, and the Night March beat him was Eric Gainsman from the guy who helps post a lot on Hey Fonte. He's a really nice guy.
Okay.
We had a pretty close series, actually. Round 7, we played my friend. Then round 8, I played against Zach, the senior world champion, I think. Zach, I can't say his name. Bakari. He was on Zoroark Magnezone too. And game 1, I had a really good hand, and I got a double prize penalty for.
Ow.
Yeah. So
for drawing extra.
I propagated when I had muck out. So.
Oh.
Yeah, my nerves. I get pretty nervous. So.
Yeah. Hey, that was round 8, right?
That was round 8.
Yeah, that's late in the day.
I was just so devastated after that, and then so we quit going to game 2, and we had a long game 2, and we both agreed because it's like we didn't want both of us to be out of it, so we said I was up on prizes, we're gonna get it. Did it.
Cool.
And I had more, so I won. And then round 9, I played against Guardy, and that's a really bad matchup. His name was Gage. I don't remember his last name, from Arizona. Guardy's a rough matchup, and I opened up a God Hand game 1, and I kept losing out his routes before he could really set up.
Before he can do anything, yeah.
And he eventually got one Guardy out, but I already took 3 or 4 prizes. I just killed the little things, and then we move into game 2, and there's only 5 minutes left, and I was up in prizes, and the game they win. Because once again, no matter what, he was guaranteed top 64. So
yeah.
So that was cool. So day 1 was pretty cool. And
awesome.
Then,
so going into day 2, like as you're sitting in top tables, you kind of see how the meta is kind of developing. You kind of can forecast what you're gonna deal with in day 2. How did you set yourself mentally? Because your decking, you can play it many different ways.
Yep.
How did you set yourself up mentally to go into day 2?
Well, to be honest with you, I try to get some sleep. I tried to get my mind off of it actually, because it was like so draining all day. So I went back and tried to fall asleep. Didn't really fall asleep. So, but I just looked at the post and Fonte or Burbank, whatever it was. Of what people were playing, and like I just noticed there were certain decks I just did not want to face, and that was the shock lock thing that people are running. Like, oh god, I don't think I could beat that.
I don't think.
But luckily I avoided that, and then Groudon, and those are the only decks. And then I was a little concerned about the CCG Castle's Trampa Garbodor thing that they kind of ran with the 3 or 4 parallels.
Mm-hmm. The deck that Azul was running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, Azul, Brad, and funny thing is I played Brad twice. I beat him both times. I don't know how. Brad's an amazing player, but yeah. So those are the things I was looking for. Otherwise, like Zoro mirror matches, I wasn't too concerned. I mean, the quad egg one and then the red card shenanigans, that is busted. I can't believe I didn't think of that beforehand with all the games I practiced.
Yeah, the red card was like it pulled the rug under all of us, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're both in the finals right now, both red cards. The 2 red card players are both in the finals, so
yeah.
I got steamrolled on top of that.
But yeah. So how many events have you won so far? How many points do you have this season?
Right now, after that, I'm only at 236. I barely played the first quarter. I top 4'd 1 League Cup, and that's all I really played in. Then I have 2 top 4s this quarter. I don't get to play much because of my job. So.
Right, but still, you're halfway to your Invitational Worlds. How much dedication and time does it take for you to get into top 4?
I'm not gonna lie, I put in a crazy amount of hours and a crazy amount of games. So I went to Memphis and I did pretty poorly there. I should have at least had top 64, and like I had two of my draws I should have won. And just like bonehead mistakes or me not playing fast enough caused me not to get points. I didn't even get 30 points there. And that like really defeated me because I know I'm a good player. So I went home, and literally since then I haven't touched standard yet. So I got to find out what's going to be good. Still, but I went home and I played somewhere between 5 and maybe even more than 600 games of PTCGO.
Wow.
Grinding like probably 400 of them with just Lonzoroark alone. I messed around with
other decks
too to see if like there's things like my other thing I was considering was Lycanroc Zoroark with Parallel City, which tested really well, but just Lonzoroark is so consistent. I had the most success with it online. I think I had like a 20-something win streak with it, so that's why I went with it.
That's impressive.
But you know, it's online. So
no, but still, that like to get those kind of numbers on PTCGO, like that's usually you'll get like 3 or 5, and then they'll give you some janky match with some janky hand, and that's pretty much it. But to get 20 win streak, that's good. That's real good. But yeah.
That's why I went with it.
Nice. Are you going to any other regionals moving forward?
I hope. Yeah, I definitely will be. I don't know what ones yet. For sure, Madison in June because I'm from Milwaukee.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to at least probably 2 more besides that. So at least get 3 in and then hit my cups up.
We have St. Louis in February. Like
I won't be at St. Louis sadly,
okay,
even though that's the second closest one to me.
Right. So will you make the trip to the West Coast and come out to Costa Mesa or Portland?
Definitely.
Okay.
So.
Well, hopefully we see you at one of those. I know that I'll be at Costa Mesa for sure, so hopefully I catch you there. And more than likely, if you keep putting in the hours, you're probably gonna end up in Top Cut again. And I'll be more than happy to have you on the channel again. You've been a pleasure to have on the channel.
Thank you.
With that said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video for anybody that wants to know what got probably 3rd place at the Dallas Regionals. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
I got 1 shout out.
Go ahead. Let's go shout outs.
Just one. I just got 1. Oh, okay, I have 2. My cousin Grant, who I tested immensely with, and then my friend Poet. Poet and I grinded so many games together. We created the list together, and he didn't have as good results on Saturday, but his friend almost lost his win in day 2. So we all made the deck together. So it was shout out to them. So
cool.
Yeah,
always remember teamwork. That's the big thing about this. You probably can't come in here and do it by yourself. Someone has to have your back, and this man, after he just played 2 days of Pokemon, knows where he stands with his friends behind him. So there you guys have it. And with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.